Whoa! Is today what I think it is? Is it Monday? Is it Tuesday? Is it Thursday? No. Is it Friday? No, today is Wednesday. So you know what that means? It's time for art. So get your pencils, get a piece of paper, get some markers, and let's get ready for art today. Woo! Hey, my friends.
Good morning, my friends.
Today is our last art class of 2020. It's been a crazy, fun year. I hope you've been enjoying all our art projects, and I hope that we can finish off the year with a bang. So let's get ready to start. We first are going to watch a video. We will be drawing mittens. Mittens, right? When it's winter time, it gets chilly and it's cold, so we need to go outside and wear gloves or mittens to keep our hands warm. So I need you to get a piece of paper, a pencil, a marker, and some crayons, and we're about to start our project for today. Let's go.
The Mitten. Story by Jessica Southwick and illustrations by Pippa Kernick. It was a cold and windy winter morning. And the little boy hustled up the path, dragging his sled behind him. He was dressed for snowy adventures, from his knit cap to his warm boots to his soft mittens, which hung from his sleeves on a piece of string so he wouldn't lose them. The boy headed to his favorite spot, a stupendous hill perfect for sledding. He dashed through the trees, eager for his first long slide across the snow. But as he jumped over the stone wall at the top of the hill, one of his mittens caught on a low branch. The boy was going so fast he barely felt the small tug of the mitten before the string gave away. He was out of sight and down the hill before he even hit the snow. All was quiet. Then tiny, shivering mouse darted from the stone wall, saw the cozy mitten, and crept right in. Soon, Bunny hopped along. The mitten caught his eye, and being a curious fellow, he jumped right in, right next to Mouse. Next, Fox wandered by. What a snug place this is, she thought when she discovered the mitten and crawled inside. Mouse and Bunny moved over to make room. The wind blew through the treetops and swirled down the lane. Lynx padded out of the forest and saw the mitten. What's this? She thought. How charming! And she nuzzled the mitten open and squeezed herself in. All the animals cuddled together in a warm ball of fur. The wind was still for a moment. Then Wolf came loping up the hill. Up the other side trudged Bear. You first, said Bear. No, you, said Wolf. And they ended up jostling and cramming their way into the mitten together. Now, the mitten's knitting was strong and true, but even so, it was stretched to its limit. Poor Mouse was at the bottom of that pile. I need more room, he thought, and found a nice soft spot right on Bunny's belly. He wiggled his whiskers happily which tickled Bunny's tummy. Bunny started to giggle and twitch, and his ears tickled Fox's chin. Fox snickered and shifted his tail, which brushed against Lynx's paws. Lynx chuckled and rolled onto her back, her fluffy tufted ears making Wolf's muzzle twitch. Wolf howled with laughter. And all the wiggling and shifting and giggling made Bear laugh too. Well, it was too much for the mitten to take. With a giant pop, out tumbled Bear and Wolf and Lynx and Fox and Bunny. And off they ran back to their homes, laughing themselves silly the whole way. It was the time of year when the sun set early, so it wasn't long before the boy made his way back up the hill. He was just about to step over the stone wall when a flash of red in the snow caught his eye. "My mitten," he said, and he picked it up. It was bigger than he remembered. Puzzled, he turned it over in his hands. Deep inside the mitten, something was moving. Suddenly, a wee head with velvety ears and a quivering whiskers peeked out over the cuff. It was Mouse. "Oh!" cried the little boy. "Hello, little fella. Have you found yourself a new home in my mitten?" Mouse groomed his whiskers contently and crawled back down into the cozy new nest. "I will take you home then," the boy said, "and you may live in my mitten as long as you'd like and be my friend." The boy put on his mitten, cupped in his hand gently around Mouse, and dragged his sled behind him, headed to his own warm house across the snow. The end.
No. So I thought that we could create our own colorful mittens. So follow along with me step by step to create your own mitten drawing. Today you are going to need white paper, a pencil, a black marker, crayons, and regular colored markers. If you don't have markers, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Just use what you have. So we are going to lay our first hand down close to the edge of the paper to create our first mitten. You're going to squeeze these 4 fingers together and leave your thumb out. Don't put them all together. You need your thumb out. You also need to put it close to the edge of your paper. Do not put it in the very middle because then you cannot fit your other hand. So I'm going to start by tracing up, and I'm going to go around my fingers with a curved line. And then come back down, trace over the thumb, go to the wrist, and then I'm going to lift up. Then I'm going to connect with a curved line. Okay, so there's my first mitten. I also want to add 2 lines that come down because this is going to be the cuff to my mitten. And then add a vertical line to the cuff going up and down, top to bottom. Okay, now on this side, I need to trace the other hand. Now this is a little tricky because you have to draw with your other hand, okay? But if you have somebody in your house, like a parent or a friend, you could have them trace around the hand for you. This is tricky for Mrs. Demboski too. So we're just gonna go a little bit slower. We're just gonna go up and around, come back down. There we go. See, it's a little more wobbly than the other one, isn't it? Yeah, that's because I drew with my other hand. Then I'm going to connect, draw my 2 lines that come down, and add the cuff. And I can always clean that line up by erasing a little bit and just smoothing it out. So once you have both of your mittens drawn, you're going to take your black marker And you're just going to trace around the mittens. Don't forget the lines on the cuff. Okay, I'm going to do the other side, and I'm going to smooth that line out because I know it was a little wobbly. And if you accidentally go off of your pencil line, that's okay. We can always go back in and erase. Alrighty. Once you have both of your mittens traced, then you're going to get out your markers. And if you don't have markers, you can just go straight to crayon. And I'm going to start at the bottom of my mitten. And I'm just going to add some different lines to add some patterns to my mittens. So maybe I'm going to start with like a wiggly line. And then maybe I'm going to do like a zigzag line. Maybe some polka dots. And I have to go up onto the thumb. Okay, switch colors. Maybe I'm just going to do a curved line. Now I haven't colored anything in using my markers. I'm only drawing right now. And then maybe I'm going to add maybe some spirals. And let's see here, maybe some castle lines. And you should remember the castle lines from one of those first art projects we did together. So we did a line project. And then maybe I'm going to do like a little wavy line. And everyone's mittens are going to look a little different. That's the nice thing about art, is that everyone's project is going to look different. Almost done. All right. Once you are done decorating your mittens, you can put your markers away because we don't need them anymore. Now we need to get out our crayons. So I am going to pick the matching colored crayon to the marker. And I'm just very lightly going to start coloring in the white space. I'm not pressing down hard. I'm just choosing the matching color. And you're going to do this on both sides of your mitten. Okay, let's just pretend like I'm done, and then I'm going to go up here to my next color. Color in those polka dots. Now I also have a light green in my crayon box, so maybe I'm going to use that to color behind the polka dots. Okay, let's just pretend like I'm done. Go to my next color, which is red. Okay, so let's just pretend that I have both sides colored. Don't forget the cuff to the mitten. So you can pick any color you want for the cuff because we didn't use marker on that. So maybe I'm going to do a pattern. An A-B pattern. Alrighty. So let's just pretend like both sides are colored in. Now I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to very carefully follow the line, cutting the mittens out. You shouldn't have any white paper hanging off of your winter mittens. Okay, there's one. And then I gotta do the other one. Now remember, both of your mittens should be colored in all the way. No white spaces. All right, here we go. Almost done. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to take my scraps and I'm going to throw them away. Get rid of it. Keep your space clean. I'm going to put my scissors away and my crayons away. Now I'm going to get out my glue stick or glue bottle, and I'm going to get a piece of construction paper. You can use any color construction paper that you would like. I am going to use blue. So I've got a blue piece of construction paper here, and I'm going to flip my winter mittens over, use my glue stick or glue bottle, and I'm going to glue down my first one right there. And the second one right next to it. And then I'm going to create a background. And I want this to be a snowy sky. So I'm going to take a white crayon and I'm going to add some snowflakes behind my mittens. Now to do a snowflake, you just do an X and then a plus sign. Some of your snowflakes are going to be little. Some of your snowflakes are going to be big. Just fill up your background. If you want to get really fancy, once you're done with the white, then maybe you can go in with like a darker blue and you can add some little polka dots just to add some more detail to your background. Alrighty. Once you have this done, then you can go ahead and take a picture of it in Seesaw and upload it into your classroom journal. Remember, there shouldn't be any white spots on your mittens. Mine just have white spots because I wanted to save you time on the video. So go ahead, you can start working, and I will talk to you guys soon. Good luck.
I hope you enjoyed our last class of 2020. I hope you enjoy your break, that you celebrate the holidays or get together with family and have fun. Mr. B will miss you, but he'll see you again in 2021. Have a good day. Bye.